The Hogwarts founders, also known as the Hogwarts Four, were four witches and wizards who established Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry during the medieval era in the 10th century. These four founders are widely described as being the most brilliant witches and wizards of the time, and were the following: Godric Gryffindor, Helga Hufflepuff, Rowena Ravenclaw, and Salazar Slytherin. Each of them created their own house: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin respectively. They laid the foundations for the largest and most prestigious wizarding school in Britain. Godric Gryffindor is the founder of Gryffindor House. A fair man, he believed that any child who displayed magical abilities before their 11th birthday should be able to attend Hogwarts. Godric valued courage and bravery, believing these were the two most virtuous abilities a person could possess. Gryffindor was the original owner of the Sorting Hat, which he and his fellow founders intended to select people to sort it into their houses by seeing the qualities each founder valued the most. Gryffindor also had a sword made, which would present itself to any true Gryffindor in a moment of need. The sword became an important item 1,000 years later. It was instrumental in defending Hogwarts from Slytherin's descendants. He was allegedly the best friend of Slytherin before he left Hogwarts. His house corresponds to the element of fire. Helga Hufflepuff is the founder of Hufflepuff House, a kind and warm woman. She believed that in order to be sorted into Hufflepuff House, a person must possess the values of loyalty, patience, and be hardworking above all else. It is also known that she brought the house elves to Hogwarts. She owned a fine golden cup which was fairly innocuous aside from being her possession. The cup was sought by Lord Voldemort nearly 1,000 years later for him to turn into a Horcrux. She was the best friend of Rowena Ravenclaw. Her house corresponds to the element of earth. Rowena Ravenclaw is the founder of Ravenclaw House. A sharp and intelligent woman, intellect is a highly valued asset to the students of Ravenclaw House. Due to this, it is likely that Rowena wanted to make Hogwarts the very finest wizarding school on earth, teaching those children with the highest intelligence. Rowena also had a daughter, Helena, who later became the Grey Lady of Hogwarts as a ghost. Helena stole her mother's diadem, and it became lost. It was believed to have been lost for so long that no one alive had seen it. However, it had actually been found by Lord Voldemort with the aid of the ghost of Ravenclaw's daughter. He turned into a Horcrux and later hidden once more, this time within the Room of Requirement, where it would be remain hidden for at least 50 years. She was the best friend of Helga Hufflepuff. Her house corresponds to the element of air. Salazar Slytherin is the founder of Slytherin House. Sly and cunning, he was not unlike many of the students he brought into his house. He believed strongly that only wizards of pure blood, those with a mother and father from wizarding families, should be allowed to attend Hogwarts. Slytherin caused great dispute over this with the other founders, and it eventually caused a permanent rift with Gryffindor, which led to Slytherin's departure from the school. Before he left, however, he created the Chamber of Secrets, complete with a huge statue of himself with a horrible master lurking inside. Almost 1,000 years later, Slytherin's descendants Tom Riddle would seek to fulfill his desires of banishing Muggle bones from Hogwarts and exterminating them. One of his personal effects, a locket, was later claimed by Voldemort to be used as a Horcrux. He was the best friend of Godric Gryffindor before the rift occurred and he left Hogwarts. House corresponds to the element of water.